It's a race to 8 frames for the final Pro Series title of 2024. And it is a match we have seen before. Stevie Dempsey, the number 2 seed, up against Arfan. Arfan has been to a Pro Series final before. When he did, he came up short against the man that is hitting the break now. Simon Webb and Tony Holgate with you. Really excited for this. The final match, Tony, and it should be a cracker.
Absolutely. Looking forward to this. After that exhilarating women's pro final. Watching that six red shootout from the sidelines. Well done to Amy Beecham. Many congratulations. And now it's on to the last final.
Yeah, congrats to both players actually. Lucy making 2 finals this weekend. Some achievement. You know, three finals on the trot essentially. It's quite incredible. And winning the one last time we were here in Blackpool, so no doubt about it. Lucy Smith is absolutely right in the mix, but Amy Beecham showcasing her class once again. But here we are on the pro final, and well, it's a really interesting match to talk about and call, because if this was 2023, and that was an excellent shot by the way.
How did we get through that gap?
I mean, the gap is a ball swither. But if this was 2023, I'll have another look at it, we would be talking about how Stevie Dempsey is riding high, he's winning titles, he's at the top of the game. Yes, he's the number 2 seed because he carries that ranking for the full year, but it has not been the season that Stevie Dempsey was looking for. And if he was to walk away with a title here tonight, it would really put a gloss on the season and turn it from a disappointing one to a good one. Arfan, on the other hand, is still looking for his first pro title with Ultimate Pool. He has been close. I referenced it. He's been to a Pro Series final. He's been to semi-finals, quarter-finals galore. He's back in a Pro Series final, looking to go one better and lift the trophy.
Well, he won his semi-final, Arfan against Northern Ireland, and now he's playing a man from over the border in Ireland, Stevie Dempsey. He's going to have his work cut out. Dempsey towards the second half of the match in his semi-final against Jack Whelan. We're starting to find his break. It was really, really good towards the end of that match, and he was picking out finishes from absolutely nowhere. This is just the start that Stevie Dempsey would have wanted. As black goes up into the top corner. And in she goes, and it's Stevie Dempsey that gets us underway. First one on the board in this final.
A very tight encounter, so Steve certainly today has had to do it the hard way. The sort of day that Stevie Dempsey had on repeat in 2023 just kept coming out on the right side of those matches, which is why he had those huge number of finals and titles. You know, he was the second best player in the game by a margin behind Tom Cousins.
Well, he's a battler.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a very good finisher. His potting is up there with the highest in the game. But he's a very clever player. Very, he knows when to go game and when not to go game, and he's got some very clever little tactical shots that some of the other players don't really see.
Yeah, agreed. He's got a very good vision for the game, and he's an absolute competitor. Really is. Never feels like he's out of it. Grinds, finds ways. Like I say, clever. Very clever with the way he goes about it. Five finals, just adding them up, 5 finals in 2023 for Stevie Dempsey. 2 titles. I mean, that's staggering, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good return.
And one of the ones he did win was against Arfan Dad, so he knows how to do it. He also had a third place at the Players' Championship as well. Let's throw that in the mix. So 5 finals, 2 victories and a third place. It's pretty, there's some going.
He's got the cue ball a bit stuck there on that bottom rail. Just running out of time and he had to be quick, so it's a rush shot. And now he's got a very tough pot into the top right hand corner. The red does go past the yellows, but like I said, this is very, very tough. Natural angle for the cue ball to come back round for the other red, but this is big. Oh, he's jawed it. So Arfan Dad will come to the table on the yellows. And it's Arfan that'll have to go on the defensive here. He could, I mean, there is a really, really attacking route here, because the yellow that's on the right hand cushion will go up into that top right hand corner off that red. The one he's playing now, funny enough, but he's going to play the snooker.
Yeah, he still leaves that shot as an option, doesn't he?
Well, if you have ball in hand, yeah, why not?
He's unlikely to get ball in hand, but he's certainly asking the question to Stevie.
Now then, what's he left up here? Can Arfan Dad cut that yellow into the top left and kick into yellow and red? Maybe try and squeeze the red in the same shot and open up the frame.
No, chooses to be patient once again. Once again looking for cue ball in hand, potentially to play the shot that you've discussed. Stevie's just got to hang in here. I know this is also very early days and Arfan's doing all the right things, but we've used up a decent chunk of the clock here in frame 2. And the last time they met in the final, it did come down to the clock. Stevie didn't get to the 8 frames required. That's nice. Gets the loss of turn this time. That deals with the red and leaves all the yellows nice and open. Obviously 2 on the left hand side just need to be dealt with as and when he gets an opportunity. Of course, Stevie's going to try and kick at this and make it in the middle, but high tariff. Gets the ball in the middle, wrong one. And that helps Arfan because he can come short position on one of the yellows on the left hand side, and that opens everything up. Chance to go and win frame number 2. Assuming the yellow by the 8 ball goes left centre, use the one right cushion to play on it. This is quite a nice way around to going. Just track across the break line and leave yourself a nice thin clip on the yellow at the top of the table. Track down the line towards the yellow on the right, and you're out. Got a little bit straighter on it than I thought he would. May not get as close to the next yellow because of it. Still should be able to get down past the break line here comfortably enough. Yeah, actually able to come all the way down.
Yeah, very nice there from Arfan. Got a nice little bit of angle here as well, so he can run this in and bring the cue ball off the cushion, which means he'll be able to pop the yellow into the middle and bring the cue ball back, should he wish. Have the black in the same pocket, which I suspect he might do here. This to level things up.
Had to be patient, had to wait for that right opportunity. When he got it, he made no mistakes. We are all square. Oh, really a horrible flick. In the end, cue ball stays on the table and he has a chance on reds. Look at this last little flick. There, just grazed it. Not a great chance. The two reds above the right centre pocket are awkward, but I think he'll try and go and deal with them.
Himself a nice angle now on this red, played to the top left. Can I just push these yellows out of the way of that red that's near the middle bag? He's freed up the one near the middle, but he's tied up the other red now that's just next to it. Sean Sharkey in the background there, fellow countryman.
He's on this red. That's an excellent shot. If that's how he played it, that's even better. I mean, whether he was firing into it and trying to make it happen or he was playing exactly what happened, that is brilliant to land here. The only downside is the yellows just flicked the 8 ball a little bit further left, whereas it would have been easier, but he can still get there. Long 8 ball into the bottom right hand corner now for Stevie Dempsey. This will be a tremendous finish should he get this black ball. Oh my word, he might fluke it.
I was going to say, might come again. Oh,
it was in without the flick.
Yeah.
I mean, that may be the furthest I've ever seen Stevie Dempsey miss a ball by. That was a clear foot away. That was incredible to be that far away.
Yeah, queuing down from with his hand over the pocket over there at the corner. Not easy at all. I've been further away with some shots than that. I've nearly landed on another table.
Key shot here, you feel? Try and slide up to above the right centre pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, if he can get just past the right-hand middle, somewhere near the knuckle, take the yellow that's nearest the cushion up into that top corner, that'd be perfect.
He plays up for it into the centre pocket, comes up a little bit short. Probably just about far enough to be able to play it with a bit of side and hold.
Yeah, you want to play this now with a load of running sides, so right-hand side, and just spin this so it spins off the rail and give you a little bit more.
Actually played it plain, he was okay.
Yeah. A little bit deceiving, that overhead. Makes the angles look a lot wider.
Arfan Dad's going to take a lead after that wide from Stevie Dempsey. The daddy in front.
Then it comes down to the nerves battling against the will to win for Arfan, if you like.
Not seeing past what you're actually got to do, which is the match in hand, rather than what the prize at the end of the line is. Dry break anyway gives Stevie Dempsey an opportunity at the table. I think he has to go reds. Doesn't really have an option on yellows. One red on the left-hand side cushion. Just about the only one that's a real problem.
Yeah, going back to your point, I know there's been a few players over the time where the only person that's in the way of them winning stuff is themselves.
Come out okay. Get past the yellow and play the one to left centre. It's a case of when do you play on the one to top right, top left rather on the cushion. Make a case for it being last ball, The reason I say that, I mean, what ball are you best playing on? Neither of the reds go to bottom right, which is what I'd be looking for from the red on the top there. 8 ball. You make a case that's the easiest ball to play on from it. So.
What about play the double now back into the middle with it? Come around the angles.
Tony Holgate in exhibition mode.
Bit of a Hollywood shot, but
yeah.
Warm everybody up at this time of year with a shot like that.
It's just a little bit off. He might actually have to end up playing a double in a minute. Oh, he was straight enough. I wasn't sure he was straight enough to just drop behind that red. I thought he had too much angle, so he always would want to drop on it rather than play the double, but leaving the red where it is down the table, no bother at all. You can just float this in at pocket weight and give it every chance. Like that. And now it's just fairly natural. All very nicely worked out from Stevie Dempsey. All about the one ball. He dealt with it well. Reverse clearance, gets himself back on terms. Probably still be thinking about nearly popping his shoulder out when he missed that 8 ball 2 frames ago, but it's all good. Back as you were and all to play for.
Going back to the knockout. That was won by Scott Gillespie, of course. But these events, I do enjoy them. And we move on to the new surroundings. And
yeah, big year 2025. If you haven't heard, this is the end of Blackpool. We're off to Arena Pool next year, completely different, as Ultimate Pool can continue their expansion. Obviously, end of the year, there's always an awful lot of talk around the pool world about what's going on, what's happening. But Ultimate Pool's plans are big, and obviously we're going to lose a few players along the way. We'll gain a few along the way. That is the nature of the game. But the plans that Mark Quirk came here and explained for next year are very exciting. Expanding. Be over 1,000 players at the events next year, which is quite ridiculous.
yeah. Meanwhile, back at the table, Stevie Dempsey. All he's got to do is get that cue ball anywhere around the bolt line, and this frame is over. So very quickly, from being 2-1 down, he's going to see himself sneak into the lead. It just seems to me now the players have got the engines now firmly with the gears into like overdrive as we go into this match. You know, it's starting to bubble up.
Yeah, agreed.
They've had the early exchanges and testing each other out a little bit, dipping their toe in the water.
What you would say right now, though, just the early jousting, 5 frames in, Stevie's getting the better of the break, which could be quite important. He's given himself more chances, he's made more mistakes.
Simple black ball, and Dempsey once again edges out in front.
Okay, Arfan gets a ball this time, and his chance is glorious. I think it has to be reds. There's just no point worrying about the yellow above the 8 ball and the yellow on the right hand side. All the reds go. Just wonder if he was considering the plant first shot to bottom right. Just the way he was looking. Not a massive amount of room for the 8 ball, but enough not to really worry. And I like getting rid of the red bottom right hand corner. I don't see that as a good last ball. A couple of the reds top right would work quite nicely.
I mean, that's where you want the cue ball for the black red, basically where he is.
Yeah,
now.
I mean, he'll be fine
ideal.
but he can come down the table a foot, or, foot and a half. He's got room. It looks a little tight, but he does have room. Could try and bump the one on the right hand side over the right centre pocket. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I like that because that now becomes a good last ball. Maybe a hair straight.
I'd like just a little bit of angle just to pop that in the corner and just bring the cue all over towards the blue spot sort of area.
I think he's fine as long as he pulls back, 2-3 rolls more than he's got now. Just go on and off the cushion. Okay, you're crossing the line a little bit, but it's fine. You've got margin of error on the shot. You're not really moving the cue ball very far. A player at Arfan's level should be fully under control with it.
Arfan now, just seeing where he wants to be. Like you said, Simon, he has a bit of room to play with. He can just dribble this cue ball down a bit, and that's going to be fine.
Right. Yeah, really nice visit to the table that for Arfan. We can all look at it and go, oh, it was a nice open split, and it was, but you know, he had to pick a nice route there to make it easy, and he certainly did that. Like the way he went about that one, and very clinical. And the hammer hits another hammer. Oh, look at these reds. Just look at them. Really nice. First shot or two, just thinking, do you play the higher one into the middle? You're bumping into the yellow. You'd love to land on the red at the top of the table and then come down. Yeah, that's nice, because he really wants the red left centre to be his last ball. Unless he decides to play that red off the yellow, and then he can use the one right centre to get behind the 8-ball into the centre pocket, but I don't see why he would overcomplicate it. Not sure if he can get there, but I quite like the red that he's by his hand next. If he can get anywhere near straight in on that, I feel like the frame's over.
He's okay.
Yeah, he might have to take the ball he didn't want to take and run into traffic. But he still should be fine, because if he can take the one to left centre now, hold on the yellows, straight in right centre, he leaves that lovely little 3/4 turn just to stun straight down the line towards the 8-ball. So as long as he doesn't hook himself behind these yellows, he's absolutely fine. Nice. Very nice. And right behind the 8-ball, as we expected. And Stevie Dempsey hits the halfway mark. And it has. Yeah, another brilliant layout.
It is, look at that.
Interested to see what he does first shot. He's going to take yellows. It's just the yellow directly left of the 8-ball is just half a problem. I wondered whether he was going to, my co-commentator here, Tony, was pointing at it as well, was play the one to right centre and just play a little delicate screw shot into the 8-ball, full bump on the 8-ball, and you're essentially got everything wide open.
Yeah, and you can't fail to be on the ball either.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done anyway. Probably played the shot all wrong as well on top of it. Miscued it, but
you'd have tried.
I would have attempted it. Yeah. Attempted it, yeah.
Your choice would have been good.
So he's still got to get on that yellow. Obviously, it does go into the right centre quite comfortably, but he's still got to get on it, and he could probably do it now. I don't like leaving it till last.
No, nor me. Leaving the hardest ball till last. Recipe for disaster. Even if it's not that bad a ball, and it isn't, there is room to land on it, but you could have got rid of it early. You can see there is room. And he has landed on it, so that's the worry is gone, but just left it a little late. And that's the way that Arfan saw it, and you have to say he's never been anything other than in perfect position during this visit.
No, that's right.
For the plan that he came up with.
To be fair, he was right, because he's negotiated these yellows, like you say, in perfect and fine style. Now the black into the left-hand centre. This for parity once again. And in it goes. Stevie Dempsey cannot shake the daddy.
Cue ball. Oh, saved. Saved by the bump. And
Yellows look nice as well.
yeah, argument against reds, because reds aren't too bad. It's just the 8 balls on the left side where it's guarded. Is he going to play a bump on a yellow here? It's risky. No. So it is the yellow nearest the left-hand cushion that's the problem ball.
Do you know, I think I put the 2 yellows on the right, then come up and then play that one into the centre, leave the second to last yellow will be the one over this bottom corner to get onto the yellow at the top, then just pop that there, screw back and have the black in the corner.
Oh, he's gone for it now, he's landed. If he's taking it in the centre pocket, that's as good as you can land on it. These new Rasson Apollos do accept balls at these sort of angles a little bit easier than
they do.
the predecessors. Let's not take it for granted, but you'd be surprised to see Stevie miss this one. And now he wants to leave the one bottom right as his last ball for 8 ball left centre.
Yeah, so pop the one over the bag now and just guide the cue ball between the red and the black. If you come up in that line and take the ball at the top. Yeah, that's pretty good.
A little bit more angle than he wanted, either less or more. It's that little bit in between, because if it comes up a few rolls less, you play it with 2 cushions. Now if you play it 1, you probably leave yourself a little bit too much. You might screw on and off the side.
Yeah, the thing is though, if he does have an angle on that large yellow, he can still play the black in the other middle.
Yeah, true, but he uses the side because he wants to get nearly straight on it. Just got to be careful with this one. If you play...
Well, I'd have rather been straight or have more angle.
Yeah. If he plays this with left-hand side, sometimes with the superfine cloth that we play with, it doesn't grip, and you can end up just skidding behind the red at the bottom of the line there. So if he plays it with the check side, just make sure it grips and takes, or go the other way as you suggested before.
I think he's going out the other side.
Yeah,
very wise. Takes out any question of him snookering himself behind that red, and he's played it absolutely perfect as well.
Can you explain the physics of why the check side doesn't work, but the running side always does? Widening the angle there never fails. It's so controllable, but you put the check side on, it just doesn't want to take.
Well, I think it's more to do with brand new cloths and tables and the cushions that are quite soft and spongy. So when you do play the check side, sometimes it can actually come back as though you've played a bit of running side on it.
So in answer to my question, probably not on the physics, but you understand the reasons.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
But he keeps breaking well, though.
The cue ball was flirting with both middles there, but...
The result's good, though.
Oh, happy days. Well, it's a good job he'll probably want reds because he's surrounded. He's got 3 of them all around the cue ball here, but just look how open they are. Want to play the one in the middle first. Get rid of that one on the rail next as well. Well, I don't think he wants to knock it closer to the cushion, but he has done. Where the red was originally, he had a couple of inches away from it. He could probably have played it with a bit more pace, and now this has got to be very, very careful and slow down this rail.
Played it well, though. That's okay. A little bit too far, maybe, of perfection, but you can just roll this through, and he's not going to go too far away to cause a problem.
Well, no, because the yellow that's next to the red just below this when he pots it, it's going to hold the cube for him.
Yeah.
We don't need to now. We can just run this through, I think, and have the black in the other corner.
It was actually a touch straighter than I first thought.
Yeah, me too.
Another brilliant visit to the table from Arfan Dad. This is some standard we're watching for a final. There is a major prize on the line here, and both these two are playing like it's just a knock in the club. Break finish for break finish, blow for blow, and 5-5. Both players need 3. Oh, that's another hammer. It really is. Oh, does he have a starter though? Oh, he has. If the red's at the top left plan, he's okay because he's got a red to bottom right. Doesn't really have a starter other than that, but the 2 reds to the top left don't look set. So this is the first real. This is going to be tough. First one for a while, and he's not going to take it on. This is strong mentally from Stevie Dempsey. While they're in a tactical exchange, Tony, good time to point out, as you mentioned, the perfect game. I was involved in a perfect game myself once. I lost 6-0. Opponent was good though.
Don't think I ever lost a 0.
Really?
Well, that's a lie.
That's a
I did lose 1-0.
Oh, you should have.
No, in a match. No, I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Wow. That's a stat. I know I have.
You never got beaten 0.
I'm assuming that was touching ball. Doesn't matter either way.
How's that? Hold on, I'm just waiting for that to drop.
Yeah.
Somebody will be on there in a minute saying, I beat you 6-0. No, you didn't.
Extension.
This is my defence why I did it always like a couple of drinks when I played in the big matches, because if I did play badly, I'd had enough to drink when I didn't remember. So I never knocked my confidence. What a bizarre frame.
After all those break finishes on the trot, all of a sudden.
And a break to pot 3 balls off the break and end up tippy-tapping behind
and it looked like it was going to be really open as well, didn't it? Won't last too long. Only so long you can keep doing this. It's going to be difficult for Stevie to hide the white again. Unless it's touching ball. Well, he's asking to have another look at this. I'm just wondering whether the cue ball reached the cushion. So if the cue ball's not touching the cushion, did a ball hit the cushion? Yeah, our referee, RH Tezgel, has come to have a second look at this, so we'll have another look at it ourselves. Arfan is convinced that there's no issue here, but absolutely right to get it checked, because it feels like if it was a foul, it would probably frame over.
Well, it's quite a dramatic thing to happen if it has.
Yeah, we're going to get to see it again. Here we go. Have a watch the cue ball. So we know it's not touching the cushion, because otherwise we wouldn't be looking at this again. Oh, it sort of rocked back, but we see that sometimes, don't we? Where it doesn't necessarily mean it actually hit the cushion. Well, it definitely rocks back. I mean, I'm watching the gap, the black line, and for me, that black line seems to disappear and then it just turns back. So I just don't think I don't see how the referee can call a foul on that there.
Very similar to earlier on as well, wasn't it, with the 6 red?
Yeah.
In the ladies' final with whether the ball was still moving. It's just too close to call it.
Too close to. You have to be 100% confident in that call there. I certainly wouldn't want to be. I think the right decision has been made. And it was such a, it put Stevie in a world of hurt.
Yeah.
It really did.
And like you say, if it was the opposite way around, if it hadn't hit
it was
the cushion, it was lost a frame pretty much.
Yeah, that's certainly the level they're playing at. So major decision there, but I think the referee, you have to say, Orich has got that one right.
Yeah, I agree. So Arfan Dad now with the first opportunity of frame 11. We've been knocking around, tapping around for quite some time. Like Simon said, after a flurry of break and finishes.
Yeah. Did he have an angle to come across for the one on the cushion there? Because he's not going to leave himself the angle on the one to bottom right to get to the one on the right-hand side. I know it's a good last ball, but you've got to get to it. He's not guaranteed to get nice on the last ball here. He feels like he can play this one and check it up. Probably can, to be fair. He probably can just maybe not get across to the cushion, but he doesn't need to. You know, a hand's width, two hand. You know, he's going to be fine. Yeah, he's okay. You see him just get the side on there. Not as, you know, he's not as nice on it as he would have really liked, but he's got a shot at it, and the 8 ball's waiting. Slightly hampered queuing though.
Yeah, this is tough. Tough at any part of a match, but 5 all in a final. Oh, he's played that so well. I know it's wriggled in, but that, my word, that's a great shot by Arfan Dad.
Yeah, and this is a big moment in the match. It really is, because that's against the Stevie Dempsey break. It puts Arfan back in front. He was in front earlier on in the match at 2-1. He's back in front at 6-5. But the way he's been breaking, he's been putting together a bunch of break finishes on the trot, as was Stevie Dempsey. So it really feels like a significant moment. Needs a ball though. Nothing's going to drop. Stevie Dempsey's already up. So just when Arfan gets the chance to go 2 clear on his own break, a dry break for the first time in a little while. But look, he hasn't left much. Yellow over the pocket means probably has to go yellows. But look at the cluster on the left-hand side. This is a challenge for Stevie to get back into this one.
Extension.
Yeah, but he'll take being at the table all the same. Just knew it was going to happen. It was going to be a dry break or something was going to happen after the drama in the frame before.
Oh, gone for reds because he could use it as a big pocket, but he does have one really bad red. It's not obvious how he's going to deal with it. There's a couple of balls to play into it, but you're going to be knocking the red towards more yellows. I think the odds are against this red coming out. He wasn't trying to move it, so he's playing into the 8 ball there. So that tells us there's enough room to play the red into left centre.
There is, yeah.
He just didn't get the cannon on the 8 ball that he was looking for. Will he get another chance to get there?
Well, he will. I mean, there's a couple of ways you can go here. You can play the red into the top left-hand corner and try and leave yourself an angle to get down there. Or I was going to say drop this in and leave the angle coming back from the ball in the corner, but he landed a bit straight.
Oh, he's blocked off the one to the centre pocket.
Of course he has. Didn't you see?
Yeah.
I'm not looking at the red. And
he's got the angle, but for this to come out well, odds against, and it hasn't. It was so odds against that coming out well.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was too fixated with the 2 red balls. I didn't notice he'd knocked the yellow over the bag. There you go.
Red off yellow, potentially, but I don't know how then you get on the 8 ball. Oh, he's made the red. What a shot that is. But, I mean...
Well, I'm trying to even I can't imagine what you can do here. This is really a hit and hope.
My word. Wow. I thought that was in. I really did think that was in.
I'll tell you what, I bet Arfan was in his mouth watching that.
We're deep in the 15 seconds of shot. There's 7.5 minutes left here, and this is for Arfan Dad to go 2 in front and 1 away from victory and have control in this match, control in this final, really take it to the number 2 seed. There is nothing in his way here. It's just a case of dealing with the 15 seconds of shot for the first time in the match and controlling what it could mean.
Yeah, he's in very good position. I'll be taking the one up the top now while you straight on it. And he is doing. Just get that one out of the way. Everything's all in a little line here at the bottom. And this is going to be 7-5, and he's going to get on the hill here, Arfan Dad. He must be absolutely buzzing inside to grab this title. That would mean everything to him.
He's choosing to run the clock down. Yeah, I guess that's the right decision. Puts in 2 clear. Stevie with the next break. Let's say puts together a 2-minute break finish. Leaves 4 minutes. Yeah, I can get on board with this, but I'm not sure it's the right thing. Not sure it's for certain the right decision. Choosing to run the clock down there. Yeah, it probably is because he's going 2 clear.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah, if Stevie puts together a quick break clearance, and then he was, who knows, he might end up wanting a few, maybe he needs that time, but it would take a series of things to go against him, so he probably, all things being equal, the percentage to run the clock down there.
I mean, even maybe Arfan Dad's thinking the worst case scenario now he'd have a 6 red. The very worst case.
Well, there is time for three. There is time for 3 finishes. Working on kind of 2 minutes of finish. Stevie would, if that was to happen and it was against Arfan, Stevie would have 2 of those breaks. So it's essentially 1 dry break, but 3 quick finishes. So yeah, I mean, probably the right decision from Arfan if he can get if he could get that clock down an extra 30 seconds, then you probably take away that 3rd finish without a miraculous 1-minute one. So all things being equal, the right decision. Stevie needs a break for clearance right now. That has to start with a ball.
No.
And dry for the first time in the match. What a time for that to happen, and what a leave this time.
Reds.
Yeah.
Right. And if you're thinking, well, the black's tied up, the red goes off the yellow into that corner, and that frees the pocket up as well. The other red that's dodgy, that goes into the left-hand middle. I'm trying to look at the route now of these. Obviously, this one's going to have to be first here.
I don't like the one top right first, because that's the one you use. You want to play that one off the yellow, don't you?
Yeah, that's my whole point.
That's your developing shot for the 8 ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, now he's scratching his head. I don't know where the 8 ball's going.
I mean, this could be down to a little bit of because he's not won a pro title before. Do you think it's going now? All sorts of thoughts go through his head at the moment.
Well, he's got the 8 ball in play, and he is on this red. It does. He's thin enough to be able to clip it and let the cue ball run. Yeah, everything still goes.
Yeah, it's an edgy one for him, but he's every time he's still at the table, it's another 15 seconds as well off the clock.
That last red's going to be tough to land on, even though it does go into the right centre pocket.
Yeah, you just got to be thinking about getting the balls into the pockets now.
That's a nice decision. Leave the natural now. So he's going to use the yellows to hold, as long as he doesn't get a bad flick.
This is going to be incredible for Arfan Dad. to lift this final tour of the year. Look at that. Well, what a display. Now,
and this is it.
This is it.
This is for the title. Forget about the clock. Forget about everything else. He just needs to get to 8, and he's 2 pots away.
He's done it.
And he'll now know. He will now know inside that a first Ultimate Pool Pro title is his. Arfan Dad. No. Oh. No. Can you believe it?
I don't believe what you said.
Can you believe what we are seeing? Arfan Dad had one hand on the title, and now he has 3.5 minutes of torture. That is quite incredible.
Wow. I can't believe the white's gone in, look. Well, I can, but...
Oh, my word. Oh, to be fair to him, the shot before going on to the 8 ball, he left it just a little bit short. But the yellow's there to play blocker. You don't think it's going to be a problem.
Could have screwed it in.
Could have, yeah.
He'll be telling himself that. But then you look at it and think, well, all I can do is just roll into the yellow. I can't go in off it. But wow.
Well, my word, Stevie Dempsey would have thought he's done. He may get another opportunity. All will be forgiven here for Arfan Dad if he can find a ball and find a finish. But the time left on the clock is that horrible little mixy time as well. If he gets an opportunity and doesn't get it, there'll be time for a counter.
This is, you know, I feel for Arfan there. He must be absolutely gutted. He's just potted the black to win the title, and the keel's found its way to the pocket.
Oh, a ball would save him. Where's his ball coming from? Stevie Dempsey's going to get an opportunity, and it is a good one. Torture here for Arfan Dad, and Stevie Dempsey has a chance to tie the scores up with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to play.
Red ball's in play.
Red on the right-hand side needs landing on. He's got a couple of balls to do it with, but everything actually has a pocket. This is a case of can you find the right route at 15 seconds a shot, and obviously the pressure of the situation.
This is tough, very, very tough. Certainly tough on Arfan sat in his chair watching this, but for Stevie, this is not an easy finish at all.
Yeah, tough shot coming up now.
Back's the time now. If you don't miss your pots, you're home. In fact, if you got them in quick, you can have time to win it.
Yeah, if you could leave a minute, that would be dreamland, but he'd rather just make the clearance, make sure of it. Oh, was that flick okay? Yeah, it's not bad. Can he hold for the one on the cushion? Oh, he can. Excellent.
We couldn't have 2 6-red shootout finals, could we, on the same night? Has that ever happened before?
Well, time to get the record books out, maybe a little bit later on. We've got a minute and a half left here. Stevie Dempsey's 3 balls away from all square. Oh, it's in. What a shot that is from Stevie.
Oh.
He needs to find a positional shot onto the 8 ball, though. It's not natural, it's not guaranteed. 2 balls away from parity.
This is incredible stuff. Perfect. Nearly perfect, but he'll settle for this.
It's a Tony Holgate perfect. This 8 ball for 7-all. And it's in. What a finish from Stevie Dempsey. What a moment in this match. What a moment in the Ultimate Pool history books. Just under a minute left to play in the Pro Series for 2024, and we have no idea where the final title of the year is going. Arfan Dad had his hands on the trophy, and it has been snatched away. Right now, he is praying that Stevie Dempsey does not find a ball and have a chance for a quick finish.
Well, I thought I'd seen everything. I might as well take my eyes out and throw them away, because now I have seen it all.
And 56 seconds, which I think we have, is the is enough. Stevie has done that before. You know, he's been very good. He's made these quick finishes. He's made buzzer beaters. Arfan will have a chance if it's dry as well. One of these two players will have a chance to steal it. Which way will it go? Stevie Dempsey's break has been huge in the match until the last one.
There's joy in a ball to win a tournament, but potting it and then you think that's fine because the yellow's over that bag blocking it sort of thing, and just cannot believe how it's unfolded. It's incredible.
56 seconds to go. What a break. But there's no ball. Arfan Dad's going to have a chance to win it. It's a tough one for a quick finish. The yellows are spread far and wide on cushions, and the reds have two at the top of the table. It's hard to find a 40-second finish here.
I think he's taking the 6 red. He's taking the 6 red.
Well, yeah, 30 seconds. Have a dip here. Not enough time to be countered. You're going to get just about got enough time. It's right on the brink. And leaving the yellow down the table makes it so much harder. And that will be that. 10 seconds to go. We are going to see another 6 red shootout for the trophy. You cannot write this script. Arfan Dad had it won. He cannot believe the cue ball went in. And they're even talking about it now. I mean, we can't believe it in the commentary box. I'm sure you can't believe it at home. But one thing I will say here, Tony, is both of these guys are very, very good at the 6 red shootout. Arfan has a very good record. He has set some quick times. So even though inside his mind must be scrambled right now, he can do this.
Yeah, absolutely. Arfan's he's very nimble and quick around the table anyway. You know, and I've seen him playing with. I've not seen him do a 6 red, by the way, but I've seen him get a buzzer beater to take it that far. So I've seen him run around the table and he can move very quickly. But we've all seen Dempsey. I mean, Dempsey was it yesterday or
today? Yeah, he gave the quarterfinals against Josh Kane. The difference between the quarterfinals against Josh Kane and today is and this one in the final, sorry, is the fact that he's going first. Arfan Dad has won the lag and is putting Stevie Dempsey in to go first.
And again, I think Arfan was settling for this because he fancies his chances.
Yeah, I agree. He's very good at it, but his mind must be scrambled.
Anyway,
here we go then. Stevie Dempsey to go first for the title. And it's a good break. Oh, he could have gone round to the centre. He's had to wait quite a long time for the first shot.
Yeah, and that red coming under his hand as well slowed him down a tad.
But he can go quick from here. He's just had to wait. Might have to go long. This is still going to be a good time, you know. If he doesn't miss, it's going to be in that sweet spot for him. Yeah, very good. Set 23. The unofficial time, 22.78. The grimace on Stevie's face because he knows he's capable of quicker, but that is right in the mix. Right now, Arfan Dad knows he's capable. He's done this before, but 23 is a challenge to go second.
Yeah.
Oh, and they've stuck. And they've stuck. He's going to have to open them up. Oh, that might be a foul, and that definitely is a foul, and he is going to concede defeat here. Somehow, some way, Stevie Dempsey is a Pro Series champion for a 3rd time. He's an Ultimate Pool Pro champion for a 5th time. He goes tied with Chris Melling, only behind Tom Cousins in the history of Ultimate Pool. It isn't the most miraculous turnaround, and a penny for Arfan Dad's thoughts. You have to feel for him. The daddy gave us so much in this final, but he comes up short once again. He will be back, but Stevie Dempsey is the champion again. We'll crown him next.
An amazing performance from both players. Let's hear it for Stevie Dempsey and Arfan Dad, everybody. That was amazing. It was an incredible final, and to be an incredible final, it took 2 brilliant players. Let's hear it for your runner-up. He's Arfan Dad. I almost don't know what to say, mate. I mean, you've put together an unbelievable performance in that final, and there can't be many tougher ways to lose it, really. I mean, just give us your thoughts if you can.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I played more or less a perfect match. I don't think I missed the ball. Took all the chances that I had, and Probably the sickest roll I've ever had, to be honest with you. In terms of, I don't think it's possible. Obviously, if it was possible, I wouldn't even like roll it in, because I thought the ball over the pocket is a blocker. It was like right over the pocket. So yeah, it's just one of them things, isn't it? It's just a little bit gutted, but what can you do? These things happen for a reason, just to make you stronger. So yeah, I'll come back.
Great attitude, mate. Fabulous performance. We can't wait to see you soon, Arfan. Well played. As for your winner, what a performance he put up in the final as well, coming in so clutch at the very end. And he's pretty good at those 6 red shootouts. Let's hear it for your Pro Series 10 champion. He's Stevie Dempsey. I mean, what a match. I mean, where do you start, really? I want to ask you about the finish you took out to tie the game, because that was one of the best pressure clearances I've seen in a very, very long time. I mean, it must have felt like a whirlwind. Do you remember too much of it?
It was quite an awkward one, because I was going for the finish, and like 70 or 80% of the way through, I still had no idea where the black was going or how I was going to get on it, but because you're just concentrating on every little shot, the only way I could really get on it, I felt like, was that way. So it was a nice shot I played in here to get on to my 3rd last red. But yeah, it was a tough one, but gutted for Arfan. It's a weird feeling, because I feel like I've lost the match but won. It's because you can see when he's played the black that I'm getting up to shake his hand, and then like I don't even know how it's gone in. Like, it sort of defied physics, because it's hit the cushion twice from what I've seen. But yeah, good for Arfan there. I think it was obvious from everyone watching, he was the better player. I've made 2 or 3 mistakes. He hasn't made any, but look, I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a crazy game that we play, and your performance in the tournament has felt like a bit of a resurgence. You put together some fantastic stuff, and that granite at the end of matches, it feels like it's made for you. That clutch performance when the time's short. I think back to your semi, your quarter, you've played some brilliant stuff when you've needed it most.
Yeah, I think I have. I've played well. I felt like my break was, I just had the spot. It was sort of like, every time I was breaking, I was expecting to make balls, where I haven't really been feeling like that for a couple of months. You're sort of hoping more than expecting, but yeah, look, made a few mistakes here and there, but yeah, I suppose when I needed the big finishes, I was able to get them, thankfully.
You had an amazing year last year, and obviously this year has been slightly different, but how nice is it to get back to the top of the mountain?
Yeah, it's not something I was expecting this weekend. I was hoping to just get some sort of a run and get a few matches, and then I suppose, once you get to the quarterfinal stage, you're feeling like you're at the business end, just sort of try and play well and you have a chance to win. And luckily, Lady Luck was on my side today, and got the chances when I needed them in the semis and the final. So yeah, happy.
Well, congratulations, mate! A fantastic performance, and great to see you back with a trophy in your hand. Going to bring in the tournament director, Neil Toms, to make the presentations. Your Pro Series 10 champion is Stevie the Hammer Dempsey.